Alright, so there's this big, this, whatever, overall saying amongst like MS circles. And you know what? Actually, it wouldn't just be MS though, because it's a big general, overall sweeping thing. If you don't use it, you lose it. Which obviously is very common here in the United States of America, because, well, with MS, you've got 80% of patients are inactive. It's more than 1 million people in the USA who have MS. More than, I guess, 2.5 million worldwide. And then, well, I mean, yeah, they just sit around and watch Netflix all day. Which, considering what most Americans do, it's probably a better thing to just leave their ass at home. I think it's too general of a statement. It could be dangerous too. Because, I mean, there are people who will be like, okay, well, I better not be inactive, so I'm going to make sure I'm using it. And there's this thing of just forceful rest. I mean, it's, you know, the Bible says in the 4th chapter of Hebrews, labor to enter into his rest. Well, I guess one of the things we run into a lot, I have done this a lot, is that we gotta go work, strive, you know, kind of earn our way, earn our keep, you know, work. Yeah, go work, go earn your dollars. Big thing in America. And of course, you're on a team. You gotta take care of your side, which is, I gotta run the point, or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'll go down and play power forward or center a little bit. So I'm gonna do some more rebounding than typically a point guard would do. Well, Steph I think he got double digits a few times in the finals or playoffs. Like, what the hell, right? That's the time you don't expect to get, you know, you're just gonna be tight, you know, with everything. But I don't think it's fair to say if you don't use it, you lose it. I mean, I'm gonna give an example. Okay, I just did some acupuncture. I'm going here in a few more minutes here. For this, what's this thing called again? This nerve issue I've been having on my right arm. It's been going on since at least when I was diagnosed with MS, 97. And then, of course, I have had symptoms since 93. I may have been having that right drop foot since 93. But the reality is this: yes, if you don't use it, you lose it. I should have been more ambidextrous, doing layups on both right-hand side and left-hand side. What happened was, maybe I wasn't doing as many layups on the right hand. I'm being their advocate, you know, the physical therapists who say this, they push this thing. If you don't use it, you lose it, kind of thing. I think he's cleaning out the filter. That's really cool. The pool people are in here. Because when you're doing layups on the left side, you got to jump off the right foot. When you're doing layups on the left side, I mean the right side, you're jumping off the left foot. So I never had any drop foot on my left side. Always been fine over there. On their side, okay. But at the same time, I can't guarantee that's what the right drop foot was. I did have surgery on my right foot. I had broken toe since 7th grade. What the hell would cause that? You know, it's a really weird place. That's drop foot, or just an issue there. You know. Somewhere your body's overcompensating, or I mean the reality is this too. On the other side, which is where I'm coming from, okay, rest is very powerful. Doing so many layups on the right hand side, maybe I was overexerting myself, which is my concern. Maybe people are going to overexert themselves, and when you've got MS, it doesn't take much to exert yourself at all. Not even overexert, just exert yourself straight up. Layups on the left side, I ended up needing surgery on my left knee. But hey, maybe that was being used to compensate for my right drop foot that I didn't know I had as a teenager. Here I am now, 42, August 22nd, 2022. So, I wish I could remember the name of that. It's a 5-letter word for that nerve that goes to the fingers. So I've been having issues. Okay, so I can't really show you. 5-letter word, that corbel nerve or orbital, something nerve, and that's been not communicating to get the muscles over there to work as they're supposed to work. Well, they're working the way they're supposed to work. It's not, it's not good communication. So, what if we could cause exertion? That's my concern. This is my overall concern. So, I've gotten discouraged by physical therapists telling me if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, and I've done a lot of rest. And they keep push it, but at the same time, it's like, at what point are you going to exert yourself? I had a massage therapist at the Laurel Hill Plaza in North Homestead tell me, why don't you just rest? I was ready to tackle the guy. I don't, I'm not into resting. How are the eyes doing, by the way? I think we're at 8 minutes, something like that. How do you explain that one? I mean, you're always having your eyes open and they're going to be used, when you're looking out. Whether you can see or you can't, I can't even see it. It's been weird lately. I wonder if it's the weather. So, yeah, I think I've been exerting my right forearm more than my left. It's been off balance. Exerting it more the past few years. What's been going on these past few years? I didn't get a smartphone until 2015, I think. And then I got more into it recently. Whether I'm using crypto, texting my books, Facebook Messenger. I love Facebook. Great company. We have like no debt. And then of course, just YouTube browsing, whatever the case might be. So I think we really need to just, instead of so much, as not so much physical therapists, but just as patients of MS, or you might have Crohn's or Lyme's disease or rheumatoid arthritis. It's a very common one. RA, diabetes. It's a matter of being wise about it. So if we come up with a phrase that's more just about discernment, wisdom, best way to work with your body and whatever, autoimmune or inflammatory or chronic disease, chronic meaning you've had it for more than really a year, way more than 3 months actually, cancer, diabetes. I mean, I get people constantly tell me, but you had this since '97. Where's your will? No, okay, nothing. I use my scooter. I do. I really. That's my aid. That's my vice. So, this is my take on the whole idea of if you don't use it, you lose it. Oh, he's right behind us. I saw the pole through the window. Oh, the impact slider or patio door or whatever. And I made this, these videos. I'm making these videos specifically for health. You look at this and you can't deny the fact that this man has been perfectly healthy, well documented for the past 5 years, but I mean every single day I'm making videos for y'all, and of course you can't see everything, but yeah, going back to 2012, you heard it restated at least. Now you got the verifiable fact proof. You just really gotta watch your body. work with it, you know. And of course, I think about my children, and God, it's amazing how healthy a child comes out of the womb when they're not beating themselves up with all this food that they put in their bodies, and well, it's from whatever they got from dad, and then of course mommy feeding the baby. Wish I could read this. Oh, I think I'm at 10 minutes now. I think I might see a 1 in there. Yeah, we're at 10 minutes now. 10 something. I was hoping to go about 10 minutes with this video to really cover as much as I can think of, really, about the whole thing of I'm not into it, and I am into it. I mean, yeah, I can't deny the fact that there's people that just sit around, and there's a woman I heard about in Sarasota. I had a live-in aide here. He had her as a client, whereby she just folded up. What I mean by folding up is with these neurological diseases, you'll just close up like this. I've had that issue. And you got to pull it out. Okay, I know a woman who had surgery. Okay. The calf area tightened up. So she would have had drop foot, basically, yeah, I guess. I don't know, she didn't walk. She hadn't been out of a wheelchair in more than 10 years at that point, but I'm looking down at my foot, like basically, I'm trying to explain by looking at my foot. It just closed down, all the toes closed down, and then of course the Achilles tendon got damaged, so they had to pull all kinds of tendons out, and she did both sides. I think that's the first time I let you all see the pool in person. And I don't like to get people on video because it's kind of like, in my opinion, it's kind of like rude, you know, you didn't ask to be on video kind of thing. But you couldn't really see the person's face or anything. I don't think, maybe, I don't know, I don't have a whole lot of detail. But yeah, LHON, MS, all these good fun things. And look at NMO may have replaced the MS last year. Cadosil's also we've been looking at with regard to replacing the MS as well. I didn't do a blood test yet for the Cadosil. I gotta get to that. But, I mean, that woman, for example, you know, what could she have done differently to prevent that? Yeah, I mean, she could have done more physical therapy, more in the water. You know, look how beautiful it is today. But still, I think it goes back to the food. What are you doing? What's the core? There's, I mean, causation correlation does not prove causation, but there's still a correlation, so we got to follow that a little bit.